fixing the car today in 2025 is like having explosive diarrhea one episode after the next. What's that? I said fixing a car in 2025 is like having explosive diarrhea one episode after the next.
That's what I thought you said.
Jude aims the headlights and then a bulb is out and then we have a bulb warning. Like he wasn't even like in the fender well or doing anything like that.
No, I was literally, I had the hood open, I just adjusted the screws till it matched up on the line on the cinder blocks right here.
And then he does some work on the brakes and lower control arms, and then he notices that the axle output shafts is seeping a little bit and left a puddle overnight, and we're like, well, what the frig? And then the thermostat job that we did with the dealer part the other day came back yet again for it leaking. After we've been in it 5 times. And then what else? Was there any? It was
Honda isn't the strut.
So we have a Honda that another shop said it needed a strut, and I kind of thought it's possible, so we had the parts place warranty out a strut we did 3 months ago.
Yes.
And then Jude takes it for a road test and said it's still making the same noise. This guy said it's got to be the driver's side motor mount. So I'll update you on that. But the motor is completely vibration free, and I'm going to explain why that it thumps like a strut once he gets that car back in here.
I've had it happen before.
Gabe's had that happen before. And what else?
It was like the one stars.
We have a Jeep that the dealership can't fix and our electrical specialist can't fix, and guess where it's at?
Here.
Our parking lot.
In my parking lot. Yesterday, well, thank God we're a little slow. I got time to really focus on the car and I could probably figure it out. And then it's just been an explosion of diarrhea and shit here all day long.
Running around. I don't think we've been this busy in the last 3 months.
We had 35 Cent here. You guys know who 50 Cent is, right? Well, 35 Cent is his girlfriend. Duct taped together, bumper, front end falling apart with tape everywhere. Out in the parking lot, I can see the windows are tinted out. I can see it's missing lug nuts from every wheel. Guess what? She wants an oil change. And she's dressed in more, the clothing that she was wearing was worth more than her car. But I just need an oil change. I was like, yeah, we're not doing that. Have a nice day. But I go to the other M shop. We'll go back there. I don't care. And then how much is an oil change? How much is an oil change? How much is an oil change?
What about
You're not even driving like a car that's even super expensive and you're asking me how much for an oil change. Not only once, but 5 times how much an oil change is.
He's been here 3 times.
For your car.
3 times
60
today.
friggin' dollars is how
He
much
was-
it is.
he was here
It's
at
the
8
same
in the
price it was the last time you came in for an oil change. And it was $60 then. You asked me a million more. You asked me a million times then.
Beautiful brake job.
Look at that. So then I said to Caleb the other day, and Jude, I think you might have been here, I said, I don't understand how, like when I drive by certain parts stores, especially in Pennsauken, the parking lot is packed with people working on their cars. And I said, there ain't no goddamn way that they're fixing anything with those parts. If it's oxygen sensors, mass airflow sensors, reman starters, alternators.
Only suspension and brakes.
Wiper blades, fluids, and brakes, and maybe front end that they're going to have 100% success. Other than that, I don't know how they're fixing their cars.
That
Maybe
store
not
does sell lifter trays singularly. So,
You can just buy one lifter
Yes.
tray there? How about that?
so that is kind of nice. But
We're pros, and we can't get a car right the first time for parts failures just the way it is. And what did I say?
Even with dealer parts sometimes.
Dealer, our electronic guy, where this Jeep was, said, I have no idea what's wrong with this car. He said, I've been through everything. I've checked everything. I've tested everything. We have dealer software. We have the dealer OEM tool for these cars. And I said, dude, you're my go-to if I can't figure it out. So he's passing it back to me and said, have at
Lateral.
it. Have at it. The dealer said, F off. We're done messing with your car.
we should tell her to get us 390.
My electronic specialist said, I've had it for a week. I have no idea. I'm lost. And I said, well, send it back. Let me see if I can't figure it out.
Philly special with Tasha's car.
God. And it's sad. Like,
She
and
loves that.
hold on. Then he said, well, I replaced the ESIM in it just because I suspected it bad. I said, yeah, I've already done that twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
With
Not
OEM
even
parts.
once.
Twice
with
because I
OEM
suspected
stuff.
that it's possible that OEM part was bad. And
Yeah.
I said, I can get it to pass a large leak. I can't get it to pass a very small leak test. He said, and neither can I. And there's no smoke showing up on the machine. I said, probably with the fuel tank pressure sensor. It always gets me. It always gets me because I don't suspect it. And it's always Chrysler for, doesn't pitch a code, but it fails a small evac leak test. All right.
I wonder
I
if
hope you
mine's
guys
just
enjoyed
gonna
that.
fail one.